holding up the pack today.
He's been a bit slow today, isn't he?
He's been a little bit slow. Oh, having a tinkle. Little bottom.
I think it's breakfast time. You two?
Come on, you silly boys. Mummy's coming. Come on.
Well, good morning and welcome to my last vlog of the year. That brings me a lot of joy to say. Not because I don't enjoy making videos, it's just simply a lovely time to switch off, unwind and put my feet up. And this video pretty much signifies that moment for me. And we have had a lovely walk this morning. It was a little bit gloomy and it started off a little bit wet as well. However, we do now have some sunshine, which is amazing. We also have some guys working outside on the house, as you know. And I was just about to warn you that we might have some interruptions by our security guard. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, it's been a nice start to the day. I feel like we haven't been getting out as much as we would have liked to recently on the dog walks. It's been very, very busy, as you can imagine, as I'm sure it has been for everybody else. I've made myself a hot chocolate and I've brought in a few presents that I actually need to wrap this morning and get that done because I'm almost there with my Christmas wrapping. However, there are a few things I still need to pick up. But wrapping wise, everything that's in the house, most of that has been done. I just need to do a couple of extra little bits. I thought I would start the video off in front of the Christmas tree with the fire on. The dogs were bathed this morning by Lydia, so thank you, Porter. And so they're just drying off in front of the fire. It's a very hard life, isn't it, Barkawini? Yes, very hard life. You okay, my boy? Yeah, did you have a good walk this morning? Good boy. So, let's get into it. We are only going to need a few tags, maybe 3. Gold pen. Now the first present that I need to wrap today is actually Lydia's, or one of Lydia's presents, and I really want to show you what it is. And Lydia promised me that she wouldn't watch my video. However, I know, because I'm married to her, that that is absolute nonsense, and she 100% would come and watch the video, especially if she knew that I was going to show what her Christmas gift was. But what I can show you is it's from Vestiaire Collective. So maybe that's a little hint as to what it could be. I'm sure that very soon, probably in one of her first videos back after Christmas, I'm sure she'll be showing you what exactly that purchase was. Porter is not... Porter is obsessed with boxes. It's not for you, mate. It's not for you. No. So, does anybody else find wrapping presents extremely challenging? I don't know why. I'm good at getting them going, but by the time I've finished with it, it does look a little bit messy. Come on in, Porcini. Let's get this on. No laughing at my wrapping, okay? No, it's not very good, but someone's got to do it. think 2022 has been the year of Black Watch for Lydia. She is absolutely obsessed with it, so I'm going to be going with this Black Watch ribbon, I think. This is like her main present, I'd say. What have I done? What have I done? There's going to be many of you watching finding this a very painful experience. Something that I've always found very fascinating is my brother lives in Ireland, and at Christmas time, I'm not sure if this is across Ireland or if this is just something they do, they don't actually wrap their presents at Christmas. Next up, I picked up a little gift for Carrie. It's something from All Things Personalised. It's a little bit of an internal joke between her partner, Lydia, and I. And so I put this together, and I'm sure it'll give us all some laughs over Christmas. And then the next gift that I have is for Carrie's partner, and also this is just a little play on a kind of like inside joke that we have. It's about them too, and so I picked up something for him and something for her, and we'll probably pass those over at some point over the festive period, because we've also got them proper presents as well. I think this is my best one yet in terms of the tightness of the wrapping. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna go with some green velvet, I think. Oh, maybe not. Ah, yes, green velvet. I definitely need to go and do a season at Hamleys or something, don't I, to learn how to wrap gifts, because bless my efforts. And then I think we're going to go with a bit of red, or should I say some burgundy ribbon. We are nearly there. And there we go, another one wrapped. I'd say that this is actually probably the best one. I found that this kind of ribbon is the easiest to make the bows look nice, but I could definitely do with a little bit of wrapping practice, I'm not gonna lie. But they're just a few little presents that were still left over that needed to be done, so that's another one ticked off the list. I'm starting to feel a little bit more festive. I wouldn't say that I felt particularly festive. When we went to Hamburg, that was probably like a first little touch of festivity. I feel like Germany do really fantastic Christmas markets, and then I didn't actually document it, but one of the things that I particularly enjoyed that I didn't showcase on this channel was the Bellman Pullman. We went to Canterbury and did the Christmas carols, and it was just such a lovely way to get into the festive spirit. The staff on board are just absolutely incredible. They've got such a good energy about them, and in particular where we were located on the train, we stayed in Audrey. There's quite a lot of like family members that work on the train, so they're all really well connected. They have banter amongst each other, which they share and sort of interlink with you as well. So it was really nice, but overall it was a fantastic experience. I still have to share some of that stuff actually over on Instagram, but yeah, it's been a super busy time. I've been going out with my friends. The other day we went to Berkhamsted, and we went for a few drinks there when the weather was really icy and all the canals were like iced over, so that was quite special as well. It was nice to get together with a relatively large group of boys. There was probably about 20 of us. It has been known that at Christmas time there's been like 40 of us, and it can be a little bit tricky squeezing into some of the smaller pubs in London, which is where we normally do it. This year, because of the train strikes, we decided to keep it locally, and we got cars to Berkhamsted and just enjoyed a few there, and then we headed back to the hometown and finished off the evening. But there's been so much that I've not documented. It would take me too long to go through every single experience and trip that I've had over the past kind of month, I'd say. But December's been nice, it's been pretty social. I've been burning the candle at both ends, I'm not gonna lie, but that's what it's all about. Before we do actually get into today's video, I just wanted to say I do wish you all a very happy Christmas, and of course enjoy your New Year's celebrations. And anybody that's setting New Year's resolutions, I do hope that they work out well for you. But I know that if I don't say this now, then some of you won't get that message. So yeah, sending all of my love. I hope you have a wonderful time, whatever it is that you're doing, and I hope that you get the opportunity to spend time with family and friends and just enjoy this time of year. I know it can be a very difficult time of year for many people, so just sending all of the love. Lids and I are probably going to spend the majority, if not all of our time this Christmas just around the house. We just want to have some proper chill time. We're going to relax. Just going to probably be the two of us this Christmas. We're just going to enjoy it at home with the animals. We're probably going to have some friends come over throughout the Christmas period, but we're just going to predominantly be chilling, relaxing and sitting in this room, which I'm really looking forward to because I've been here, there and everywhere. Yeah, I thought I would quickly squeeze this in now, but I'm going to get this stuff packed up and I'll catch up with you in a second. Continuing with the Christmas theme, it's my last Sky Cinema chat with you guys this year, and naturally we're going to be talking Christmas films. Now, with classics such as Elf being shown, I actually wanted to sit down today and introduce you to a new film. This month's Sky Original brings This Is Christmas to our screens, which is a London-based rom-com. Predominantly set around a commute, it all starts when Adam, who plays the main character, confronts the carriage to try to create a community with familiar faces that he sees every week on his commute. Now, I think it's fair to say that the London commute can be quite an isolated experience at the best of times, so there is no better time of year than Christmas to try to get people together to celebrate the festive season. Now, all of the commuters get together and work towards creating a Christmas party amongst them all. Now, as the dramas unfold and the relationships build, we go through a small roller coaster, and there are lots of little stories threaded throughout, which eventually lead us to the main event. And whether it takes place or not, you'll have to watch to find out. But it certainly shines a light on human interaction and the importance of togetherness. I've left the link in the description box below for you to check out. This is a real feel-good film, so I do suggest if you're looking for something Christmassy to sit down this season. It doesn't have all of the stereotype Christmas magic with Santa Claus and the elves and all of that other stuff, but one thing it does have is lots of Christmas spirit. There is one more Sky Original that I would encourage you to go and watch the trailer for, and it's called The Amazing Maurice, and it's an animation which I personally think that at this time of year is particularly magical. If you do want to sit down and watch something, especially if you've got families and stuff, I think that this would be another great option. I personally will be sitting down in front of the fire and enjoying this film at some stage over the holiday. It's been great fun sharing the Sky Originals, blockbusters and Paramount Plus films with you this year. Looking back, we've covered a multitude of genres and I've thoroughly enjoyed being part of the Sky Cinema Club. Being able to go back in time and watch some absolute classics such as Godfather, and also we got to enjoy that epic cinematography that was featured in June. And not forgetting the abundance of Sky Originals that we got to enjoy, featuring some huge names such as Gerard Butler in Last Seen Alive. Now, as always, I'll be leaving all of the relevant links in the description box below, so make sure you go and check those out. And I hope you, as well as I, get time over the holidays to sit down and enjoy some time in front of the TV and to catch up on some of these fantastic Sky movies. Usually at this time of year, I'm very organised when it comes to Christmas gifting. However, it's been very manic. It's been wonderful, but it's been a very manic December. And so I still have a few things to get for a couple of people, and I'm hoping, because I know what they are, they hopefully shouldn't take that long to arrive. I already got stung yesterday with delivery times on a couple of items that actually one of them is not going to arrive until February, March. So they're going to get a very delayed Christmas present. So instead I ordered a nice bottle of whiskey to fill that gap in just for the time being. But the items that I'm hopefully going to go and order in a second will arrive, fingers crossed, before the big day. And we also have our anniversary this month, which this year is our 5th year wedding anniversary, and we like to stick to the themes. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with anniversary gifting themes. I think there's like different themes depending on what country you're living in, but this year on the theme that we follow is wood. Now, there are some really cool things that you can get that are wooden. I haven't exactly nailed down what I'm thinking. You can get stuff like keepsake trunks. You can of course get some really nice chopping board or bowls for the kitchen. For me, as an example, I could get like a nice little coffee holder for the tamper and stuff. That could be made out of wood, that would be nice. I also have had an idea, which I'm not going to say in this video because it's probably the one that I'm going to do for lids. However, the chances of me getting that ordered, executed and in time for our anniversary date is quite slim, but I'm probably going to action that. So I'm going to do a little bit of online shopping, online research, and try and get ahead as we're coming into the final week, or as you're watching this, we will be in the final week of Christmas. So I'm going to get busy and I'll catch you in a second. Well, that is the areas filled and sanded. They're not perfect. I'm going to have to revisit both, probably with a second coat of filler. But instead of waiting for the filler to dry on a second coat, I'm actually going to go straight in with a coat of paint, see how it takes, see what areas look like they need it the most, and then I might fill over the top and then repaint again a couple of coats. Just because at the moment, obviously, it's very hard to see what areas definitely need it and what don't. It feels relatively smooth, so we'll put a coat on and we'll see how it goes. There you have it, 2 finished painted units in Lydia's wardrobe. They're not perfect. I think that I'm gonna have to ask Ken when he comes back to finish off these skirtings, because as you'll see, Lydia has her new floor in her wardrobe, which is the exact same floor that I've got in mine. You can see actually how much lighter it looks in Lydia's wardrobe, because obviously the contrasting woodwork is a softer, lighter, kind of brighter green in this room. So the floor, even though it's at night time, it actually seems to feel a bit lighter than mine does, but it works really nicely. I'm sure she's very happy with it. Lydia actually selected this floor for my wardrobe as well, and so she kind of ordered it with her room in mind, and I actually think that she's managed to strike the perfect balance in terms of the depth and the warmth of the wood. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. She's done a smashing job. Unfortunately, you will see that there's a rather large grey patch in Lydia's floor. However, they have been brilliant, and they said, really sorry, it must have been a mix-up, and they're going to send out a couple of extra packs, to which our installers will probably sort this out over Christmas. So these have just been laid to tie us over for maybe a month or something until that gets done. But Ken came over and just sort of like brushed in the skirtings, because we had to put new skirtings on the wardrobe, and this side is almost finished, but because this skirting needs to come back off again, he's just sort of touched it in. And so when he does that, I'm going to ask him to give this a second coat, because I've only done one on it, and B, just sand down and fill a couple of little areas that I've seen that need a bit more TLC. But that will get her going for now. And I think the plan is for lids, after seeing how my wardrobe came together with the hanging rail that was exposed, I think that she was like, I really like that. And she has so much shelf space in here. I think instead having some nice hanging jackets, especially now she's acquiring a few more sort of like tailored jackets and stuff, I think it'd be really nice to have those on display. And so that is what she's decided to do. So we're just deciding whether to go for rails that drop down and across and back up, like I have in my room, or whether to go straight across. And the reason why we're having that discussion is because if she goes straight across, she can go slightly higher, which means that there'll be a slightly nicer gap between the bottom of the jackets and the shelf. If she goes for the drop down and across, they fall around about 9 centimetres, so she might be compromising that fall, but the rail will look nicer. So we'll decide this evening what that's going to be. That'll get ordered, and I'll be able to fit those hopefully this week if they arrive that quickly, but if not, over the holidays. But there, that's me wrapped up in here. In between filling those earlier, I actually went down to see Greg for my haircut before Christmas. It's actually really nice not having to go and have my hair cut as often as I used to, because I used to be heading down to see Greg probably every 7 days, 10 days at most, because of course I had a skin fade. Although my hair isn't done at the moment, I literally need to go and have a shower. I am really enjoying having slightly longer hair. I think it actually looks a lot nicer from the side and the back. I'm still working on trying to get the front looking as sharp as it does when I have the skin fade, and that's something that Greg and I were working on today. We were trying to take a lot of weight out the side and just down the bottom at the back, because I seem to get a slightly abnormal amount of growth just here on my head on both sides, so it grows quite thick and quite dense there, and so we've just sort of really thinned that out with some thinning scissors and just tucked it in. I think he said he ran a number 3 trimmer head actually just around the back and edge here. I might have that wrong. And then he just sort of like floated in the rest of the hair with the scissors, and then also thinned through the top as well, not massively. He wants it to grow a bit longer before he really gives it a proper hairdresser's cut, and so we're just sort of like playing around and allowing it to grow, but also trying to keep it so it's got some kind of tidiness and formation for now. But yeah, it's coming together really nicely. My hair seems to be growing incredibly quickly. I actually started taking Lydia's hair burst tablets, and I'm going to be honest, they just taste really good, and I actually really need to stop taking them because my hair will not stop growing, and I don't need it to grow as quickly as it is, but they taste very good, so I've been munching on those. With regards to the hair, I'm going to be keeping it a little bit longer, probably around about this sort of length, and going with the side parting, and then maybe in the summer I might switch it up again, but I think for now this is working for me. I much prefer this style at the moment. We'll see how we go, but this will be my cut for Christmas, and then I'll probably go in between Christmas and New Year's, and then instead of going weekly, I think I'll end up going to the hairdressers maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So it's going to be a lot easier for me, and I just need to learn how to style up my hair when it does get a little bit longer, because I find it very easy now, but when it's longer it gets a bit trickier. But luckily my good friend Robin has sent me over lots of great product reviews on his website that I'm going to take a read, because I'm going to be trying out some different clays and some different hair products just to see what works best, because I used to wear hairspray. This sort of length, hairspray is fine for a hold, but it doesn't give you the right texture. So I need to do a little bit of research and really find what product's going to work for the style and the look that I want. So that's something that I'm going to have to play around, and I'll keep you updated if there's anything that I find that I'm like, this is it. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to get myself showered, and I will be picking up with you in the morning. I've just been outside getting rid of a little bit of floor, and I've managed to accumulate a splinter. I know that some people find this stuff quite fascinating, so I thought I'd film it. Oh yeah. Okay, so new news. We've just had our front gates finished for the year. Obviously, they are still going to move the intercom and the letterbox, and they're going to hire 2 of the piers.
Ooh.
A little bit. Not the big main ones, the ones where the intercom and...
Wow.
So I said letterbox.
Yeah.
They're going to take them off the ground a little bit more, so everything's a bit more higher.
Oh.
Probably by about 6 inches.
So the height of the pillars are going to go up?
A little bit.
So
the 2 smaller pillars are going to go up.
How will they do that?
They'll hire them off the ground, because at the moment they're sunk into the ground by about that much.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 inches is over the top, maybe like 2 or 3 inches.
Okay.
So they're going to raise them off the ground, which will stop water, sitting water, get absorbed by the wood, but it will also mean that the whole pillar itself is slightly higher, which is going to be more in line with the hedge line, the desired hedge line height.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's go and have a look. This is going to be the first time you see the caps. Okay.
I'm going to cover my eyes though, because I don't want to see. I want to see it from outside.
Okay. Turn around and walk back that to the left. You stand there and stop, and now cover your eyes. Yeah. Okay. You face the hedge like a naughty girl.
Like a naughty girl.
We're just waiting for the gates to close. Just realised I've got a clicker in my pocket, so I've just closed them. They're not closed yet though.
I don't think you can close them.
Yeah, I can. I'm just doing it now.
Oh.
You just press it again.
Really?
Yeah, clicker is open, close, open, close, open, close. That's it.
I did not know that.
You know you do. You can turn around and have a look.
Now?
Yeah.
Wow.
This looks good, doesn't it?
So good.
It looks soft. They've trimmed the hedges up as well, so they're nice and neat.
Wow. The pier caps look so decorative.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, he's done such a fantastic job.
So these are the caps that are going to be slightly higher. So they're going to raise these up a bit, and then we'll have our letterbox in here,
Yeah.
rather than our intercom and letterbox on the same. Yeah. Looks amazing, doesn't it?
It does. I definitely am glad that they put the lights on the those pillars.
Yeah.
The same lights.
Yeah.
And
So you can see they've done the metal edging, and then they've just tarmacked up to it, and then they've put irrigation and soil around the yew hedge.
you know what,
And the
I
yew
could
hedge
put-
is looking incredible.
I could put
It's such
some,
great condition.
Tulips in here if I wanted to.
Yeah.
In the springtime, I could plant
Yeah,
them
at the front. Yeah, there's enough space just at the front.
Just so that
So just line that little front bit there with a bit of colour. Or you can put snowdrops.
could do.
You could-
Snowdrops quite short.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little low.
Put snowdrops and tulips,
You could. I think snowdrops would be nice.
because then snowdrops will come up and you do like a lasagna.
Oh yeah, I like a lasagna.
But this looks so good.
Looks amazing, doesn't it?
It really does. Like, I'm so happy.
Here's the main pier caps. He's still, you just saw there a little flash. There's still a beading that needs to run around the bottom of all of them. But the lights at the front look lovely. The yew hedge is looking really nice as well. And this is the letterbox, which is going to be situated in the post opposite, just so it's higher, because at the moment it's really low to the ground. So we're just going to have that raised up, and it will just be on the opposite side, and then they'll just reclad this side, so it's finished. And then we've gone for the bell lights on the smaller pillars, and as you just saw, we've got the lanterns on the main pillars. Yeah, so the house sign will go around here. Yeah, correct. It'll probably, so the house sign will be staked, and then it'll be lit as well. So he's already wired in, so the cable's just sitting behind the hedge.
Do you know what the thing that I love though? Obviously I know that we've had like a few issues with are the gates fixed now?
Yeah.
Okay. I do like that they've hidden the metal work
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it looks so tidy.
into
The gates do
pillars.
look really tidy. They look fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy with how the pillars are looking. So at the moment, the reason why these look different colours is because that's completely dry, because they've just been fitted, and this is wet. And eventually they will silver up with age. And then they're just contrasted really nicely with essentially a green wall. And what we took out was a rendered wall. So we had rendered walls with posts, and now we've got this solid hedge line that you can see here, which has also got irrigation just whilst it settles in. But yeah, very tidy job, very tidy job. Well, that brings this year's vlogs to an end. It's been a very enjoyable year. I haven't actually looked back to have seen everything that's been going on, but I know that there's been a ton of stuff going on. The house is changing week by week, and I look forward to sharing with you in the new year how this space comes together. We didn't quite get the shed in time, unfortunately. That had to go through some further design processes to ensure that it was exactly what we wanted. So that will be going in the new year. A nice goodbye from Lumi. What else was I going to say? The bees, I'm going to be going out this week to give them a feed, but they're doing very well. Sounds like she needs a feed as well. But as I said earlier in the video, wishing you all a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. And I look forward to seeing you in January 2023. Take care. You want to say a proper goodbye, Lummy? Lummy? Good girl.